Alright, so I have to remake this video now because my audio was set to my webcam for some reason. So I was talking through my webcam. I don't know who thought that was a good idea to put a mic inside a webcam.
Yae Miko's elemental skill allows her to move rapidly and leave a Seisho Sakura behind.
But anyways, that's not what this is about. This video is about Yae Miko. I said I was going to make first impressions video in the community post that I just put up. And also, I'm streaming tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for anybody who wants to watch me react to the story quest. Because I'm not doing that today. I'm going to save that for tomorrow so that I can do the whole playthrough in one go. Raiden's one and Yae's story quest. Her elemental skill puts down these 3 totems. You can tap it 3 times. It's got 3 charges on it. And the totems do more damage depending on how many are out right now. So right now, the max damage it can do is 7k because of this build that they have on her. If I put 1, it would tick for about 4,700. If I put 2 of them, it'll tick for 5,900. And when I put 3, it'll tick for 7,400. And that's just passive damage being on the field. Each totem attacks their own, you know, they have their own attack, every totem. So it does 7,000, like really quickly. Can I get another one? Can I get another charge? Thank you. Okay, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. Well, like, I mean, sometimes it doesn't crit. But, yeah. It's pretty consistent. That's what I'll say. So, Yae Miko would actually make a crazy support for anybody trying to do, I guess, a super conduct team or just she could just support any team. She's just a really good electro support in this case. So look, I don't even have to have her on the field. You guys throw water at them as Barbara, and they'll just die because Yae Miko's damage is actually pretty good. Also, this is one of the coolest charge attacks ever. Look at this. That's a charge attack. Also, another fun fact or a tip: you can't place these on top of each other. Like you can't like go here and then come back to place one here, or it's not gonna count. They're not gonna. They don't stack on top of each other. You have to like put them in different locations or it disappears. Now her burst, right? I'm gonna just go over here and show you what her burst does. It has like an initial hit, and then it drops down an extra thunderbolt, which is called Tenko Thunderbolt, and has a higher like scaling than the skill damage. For every elemental skill she has on the field, every one of these, I'm gonna call them rods because they conduct lightning. But for every rod that's on the field, right, it's going to do an extra thunderbolt, and that extra thunderbolt is the Tenko Thunderbolt damage. Meaning that you could drop 3 of these 500% Thunderbolts down that do like, let me see real quick. So 1, 2, 3, pop my burst. The initial hit's like 15k, and the following Thunderbolts are, okay, I threw. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm throwing right now. There it is. Okay, so we got 15k initial hit, and then 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. That's the example, and that's probably the best example I'm gonna get because I'm not gonna be able to line that up again. 15,000 initial hit. While that heals, you got the. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. 400% skill damage. That's the 15,000, and then the 534%. That's the 20k. So you can drop 3 20ks. So because your skill has 3 charges on it, and yeah, so it consumes your elemental skill, and it drops thunderbolts. It also, if you read your first passive. The Shrine's Sacred Shade. Every Seisho Sakura that gets destroyed when you use your burst, you get it back. You literally get it back. So I'm gonna just go ahead and try this again. So 1, 2, 3. Now look, I don't have any right now. I'm gonna get my burst back real quick.
Right here.
Use all of them. Alright, I got my burst. Watch, I'm gonna consume all of them. Alright, I just got all 3 of them back. 1, 2, 3. I just got all 3 of them back. So it doesn't. It basically just gives it to you back. That's what their first passive is, which is actually pretty cool because you can cycle this now. You can like drop all 3, burst, and then drop all 3 again and switch out until you get enough energy. Her second passive gives her extra damage on her Seisho Sakura, which is her elemental skill, based on your elemental mastery. And I don't know how good the scaling on this would be because in the trial they have about 105 elemental mastery. Which means that they don't have a main stat elemental mastery on anything. If you have a timepiece, a crown, or a cup with elemental mastery as its main stat, you should have 181 elemental mastery. And she's not running any main stat elemental mastery. So I guess the way you build Yae would be you go elemental mastery substats. Because that'll help you, you know, your elemental skill damage a bit. I don't know if it's worth investing a bunch into. But I can't think of what you'd replace for it. Because when I think of a Yae Miko build, just from seeing her kit, basically what comes to mind is first her weapon is crit damage, so you'd want to build like a crit rate crown to like give yourself crit rate so that you can crit and get an effect out of the crit damage out of her weapon, right? So that'd be the crown. The cup, you'd want electro damage because like, what elemental damage do you not run if you know for the specific character? Any character that you play, you'd build their elemental damage on their cup, unless they're like some support that you don't care about the damage they do. That'd be a different story. So her it'd be electro damage, so that's already taken. And her timepiece, generally a good timepiece for anybody would be attack, just because yeah, you'd build more attack and you do more damage. But in this case, I'm assuming I can't actually check the piece or what they have on it. But what I can tell you is that the artifact is giving some sort of energy recharge a bit, but I don't know if it's a main stat or not. Okay, energy recharge can go up to like 51.8%, meaning that she's not even running an elemental master. I mean, energy recharge main stat on the timepiece, which is, I don't think you'd want to play Yae without it, because her talent is the exact same cost as Raiden's burst, which is 90, which is the highest cost burst in the game. Now, I don't know if you'd actually want energy recharge because her things attack mad frequently, and I don't know if they give a ton of particles. The trial doesn't really give a good example of that because the trial, they already stated this before in the trial right here. If you go back, no, I'm sorry. Alright, so now that we dealt with those guys, yeah, okay. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial to facilitate the testing of the trial character's elemental burst. So we can't actually get a good example of how much energy she'd be getting without this huge amount of burst energy. I'm not going to be getting Yae Miko, so I can't really tell you guys how to build her. But what I will tell you is that energy recharge might be viable on her just because she has a really high costing burst. And if it really you don't need it and you get it pretty quickly, then elemental mastery might be a better investment. I don't know, but they did not put elemental mastery as the main stat on her timepiece. So that's something that you guys are going to have to try out.
The entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
Oh man, okay. So her weapon, I don't even need to say this, like, why this weapon is so good for her. It says it right there. She gains the Kagura Dance effect when using an elemental skill, causing the elemental skill damage of the character wielding this weapon to increase by 12% for 16 seconds. Max 3 stacks. Now this weapon can stack up to 3 times when you use your elemental skill. On a character that has 3 charges, yeah, this weapon is meant for her. I don't need to say any more than if you are going to be playing Yae a lot, or if you're really going to invest in this character, then this weapon would be worth getting. But we all know how shitty the weapon banner is, so yeah, I'm not going to tell anyone to summon on the weapon banner. I'm not going to promote that because weapon banner can be a pain in the ass. So, yeah. Now, her constellations are pretty good. She has really good beginning constellations. Yakon offering her first constellation gives her an extra, or Tenko Thunderbolt, I guess the 20k drop, without having to have one on the field. So basically when you use your burst without any on the field, you're going to get one there anyway. And holy shit, was I wrong about this. Alright guys, this is an editor note, I guess, because I'm adding this to the video after recording this. I thought C1 was like so good in adding an extra Thunderbolt, but I read this so wrong. I read this completely wrong. It says each time Great Secret Art Tenko Genshin activates a Tenko Thunderbolt, meaning every time a Thunderbolt gets dropped, then this happens. Yae Miko will restore 8 elemental energy for herself. So she gains energy, or 8 energy for every Thunderbolt, meaning for 3 Thunderbolts she's going to get 24 energy, for 2 she's going to get 16, and for 1 she's going to get 8. This is just an energy constellation, not adding an extra Thunderbolt, so I was stupid for that. Yeah. And it also gives her energy for herself, which, like I said, she has a high costing burst, so that's gonna be helpful. Her C2 is her power spike. Her C2 basically, this kind of, I made this reaction on my first recording, but I'm not gonna fake a reaction or anything. I'm just gonna tell you straight up that this charge, the Seisho Sakura damage level 4, is non-existent to people who don't have C2. They show it here, but there's no possible way to get the level 4 unless you get C2. And let me tell you why, right? Basically, when you put down a Seisho Sakura, it increases the level of the Seisho Sakuras, and it increases the damage you do. I said this from the beginning. You do more damage the more of them that are on the field. But right now, you can only have 3 of them on the field because you only have 3 charges to your ability, right? So when you put 3 down, you'd have level 3. When you put 1 down, you have level 1. When you put 2 down, you have level 2. And when you put 3 down, you have level 3. So how in the world do you get level 4, right? That's Constellation 2, Fox's Moon Call. Now, your Sage Stalker start level 2 and created, and their max level is increased to 4. And their attack range is increased by 60%. Now, I say power spike here because you can actually hit the level 4 now. And just that little bit of extra percent damage will benefit you a lot. And attack range going up by 60%, that's a lot. That's that's a lot. You're gonna be sniping people from across the world with that. But yeah, see, it kind of sucks. It really, I just really think for those of you who are not gonna go for higher Constellation Yae Miko and you just want her, just C0, just want to make her viable. It's just sad that you have to look at the skill attributes and be like, yo, there's a level 4, 189%. Oh, too bad. I can't even see it because it's locked behind Constellation 2. Yeah, so that's sad. I want to go ahead and say that. Let's go to our other constellations. So C3 and 5 are all talent upgrades. C4 is where she shows more of her support side, or she even supports herself. Obviously, she just buffs all electro damage by 20% whenever Seisho Sakura damages an enemy. So that's her elemental skill. When that hits an enemy, everybody in the party gets 20% electro damage. And then we have the legendary C6, which is supposed to make a character cracked, ignoring 60% of the opponent's defense. That's totally not broken at all. You know, this is actually going to be in like a little bit cracked. I'm pretty sure Raiden has a similar constellation where her burst ignores defense, but for Yae Miko, this is all the way at C6. And this is still huge because 60% of their defense is basically just like, you know, having the fight. You know, you cut in half their defense, more than half, 60, and it just makes the fight easier for her Seisho Sakura, just leaving that on the field. But if I'm being honest, for anybody who really wants to have a strong Yae, you don't need to go all the way to C6. And C2. C1 and C2 is where she just gets, like, way stronger. That's her power spike, in my opinion. I don't know, I haven't watched anybody else do a reaction on this. I'm just doing this for myself, just so I can give my opinion for you guys, because I've been playing this game since release, and, like, you know, I kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. So, yeah, C2 is the power spike because you get that unlockable percentage that's locked behind C2, which is the Seisho Sakura damage level 4. And why am I so hooked up on this? Because, well, when you look at the skill attributes of anybody's skills, you're just like, yo, I can end up doing this amount of damage. Yo, that charge attack percentage is insanely high. Oh, yo, I could plunge and do that much damage? Yo, my Seisho Sakura can go up to 189%. That's insane. What? Yo, that's gonna do so much damage. And then you realize, oh wait, I can only put down 3. What? 3? What? Where's 4? Oh, there's 4 behind C2. But if anybody wants to get C2, and I mean, it's just not even a matter of wanting to get it or not. If you have the resources to get it, I'm talking about primo gems and summons, then and you're invested, then go for it. I'd say don't go past C2 though. I mean, the talent levels would be pretty good, and this is a good support thing. This is insanely good too, but I think just C2 would be worth it if you are trying to invest in her. But if you are going for C6 because you're an Omega Whale, then I guess good luck to you. That was my impressions on Yae Miko. I tried to say it as accurate as I did the first, because my first recording went pretty shit, and yeah, I was talking through my webcam. It was a lot of static and a lot of fun. I had fun repeating everything that I said. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below. If you're pulling for Yae Miko, good luck. I gotta tell you, good luck, because I know a lot of people that are already pulling for her already got her, won their 50-50s, and that could be in you. You guys can do the same. If you truly believe that you'll get Yae Miko, you'll get her. Just, ow, where did that bird go? But also, remember, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow the Raiden Story Quest Part 2 and also Yae Miko Story Quest. So if you guys want to be there and say hi or watch my reaction, I'll be there. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen no many ones that I saw they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it.